What is Integrity Insurance's Nurse Triage Program? Let's say you have a box, a heavy one. Well, maybe a bit heavier. That's better. And let's also say that you have a good employee. His name is Bob. Now, Bob walks along and sees the heavy box.
What's this doing?
And Bob decides he's going to tidy up a bit and put the box back on the shelf where it belongs.
Uh-oh.
But what happens if Bob hurts his back? Well, Bob has options. He could, of course, tough it out and go back to work.
It's not that
But
bad.
what if it gets worse?
Ow.
That's not good for Bob, and that's certainly not good for his company. Now we're talking lost time, lost wages, insurance claims, potential litigation, and that's not good for anyone.
That's not good.
Or he could go see what his supervisor has to say, who may or may not have had the same injury 16 years ago when he was a star football player for state college.
I hurt my back.
Hurt your back, huh? I had that once.
But wait, what's the supervisor going to do? Is he medically trained to make a decision? Probably not, so he drops the workers' compensation ball
Maybe we should get this looked at.
and decides to drive Bob off-site to the emergency room to get immediate assistance. And we all know what happens when the ER gets involved. A bill is generated, a claim starts, workers' comp, case management, indemnity, and so on. And poor Bob, we didn't forget about him, is still waiting to be seen at the ER.
Probably just busy.
Don't worry, Bob. Someone will be with you shortly.
Just a couple minutes.
Now let's look at a different scenario. What if Bob's company had Integrity Insurance's workers' compensation coverage, which includes a 24-hour nurse hotline provided in partnership with Medcor? And let's say Bob sees that same box again.
What's this doing here?
Sorry, Bob. This will be the last time.
Uh-oh.
And because Integrity Insurance and its agency partners train Bob's company on what to do when an injury occurs,
I hurt my back.
Hurt your back, huh?
Bob goes immediately to a supervisor. And the supervisor immediately calls Integrity's nurse hotline. And within minutes,
This is Bonnie, registered nurse. How may I help you?
the supervisor and Bob are put in touch over the phone with a registered nurse. And in the end, it turns out Bob's injury isn't all that bad.
Phew.
And then Bob thanks the nurse,
Thank you.
and the supervisor thanks the nurse,
Thank you.
and Bob is able to stay at work. All because Bob's company had Integrity Insurance's Nurse Triage Program. Now, sometimes workplace injuries are serious, and employees need off-site health care. So if Bob's injury were more severe,
Ow.
the nurse would have suggested to Bob that he see a medical provider. In those kinds of circumstances, the nurse will make a referral to the employer's preferred provider network. More still, when referrals are necessary, the nurse will refer to the appropriate level of care, so employees don't end up in the emergency room if they don't have to be there. Now Integrity Insurance is offering the Nurse Triage Program to its workers' compensation customers as a service for no additional cost. The goal is to help customers reduce cost while offering an attractive benefit to their employees. We do this by advising the most appropriate level of treatment to injured employees. Medical advice is delivered by experienced, specially trained registered nurses directly to the workplace at the moment the injury occurs, and all of this with physician oversight. The Nurse Triage Program is just another example of Integrity's commitment of providing customers with the highest level of protection and world-class service. For more information on Integrity's workers' compensation coverage and Nurse Triage Program, powered by Medcor, contact an Integrity Independent Insurance agent or find one at integrityinsurance.com. Medcor is an independent contractor that is independently owned and operated from Integrity Insurance. Contact your Integrity Independent Insurance agent today to see if your workers' compensation account qualifies for the Nurse Triage Program.